Okay. Good evening, students.
Good evening.
How are you today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. It's nice to meet you again today. Today we go back to our lesson about narrative writing, and this is actually the continuity from the previous lesson. It is about fables. But before we continue our lesson, I want to show you the slides about our CPL, what is expected actually for you when you finish studying narrative text, narrative writing from our college. Okay. For here you see menggunakan keterampilan berbahasa Inggris dalam berbagai kegiatan komunikasi pada bidang pariwisata, bisnis dan pengajaran. So you are expected to be able to work in a tourism business, and also maybe you want to work as a teacher, and this will be beneficial for you. And then CPMK menganalisis unsur pesan moral dan nilai budaya dari berbagai budaya di dunia. And then the sub CPMK membandingkan perbedaan dan persamaan nilai budaya yang tercermin dalam budaya timur dan barat. Okay, so we will learn budaya timur and barat from the fables. Okay, and then you are expected to menyusun hasil analisis dalam bentuk tabel atau ringkasan sederhana. After you compare, then you have to write it on the worksheet that I already prepared for you. Okay, now we go to this one. This is actually the instrument, how to evaluate your skill for presenting the moral lessons through the fables. Okay, you can see this instrument, or you can see this rubric later with this barcode. You can scan it later. Okay, today is also okay. You can also see the references. There are so many book references here that you can download later on. And before we begin our lesson today, I want you to scan this code, check the Mentimeter, and answer the questions as quick as possible. Okay, the woman and the hen. Oh, I've never heard it before. The woman and the hen. Where is it from? Is it from Indonesia or other countries? The hen and the whistle. Okay. The little red hen. Okay. The woman and the hen. Oh, Henny Penny. Yeah, you're right. Henny Penny. Siapa yang jawab Henny Penny ya? Oh, si Angel. Langsung di-reveal ya. Angel yang jawab Henny Penny. Henny Penny, I think it's from America, not Greece. Henny Penny, if I'm not mistaken, it is about being skeptic, questions everything before you do something. That's the moral lesson, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, most of you have the same answer here. The hen and the fox and the little red hen. This is the most familiar for you, right? Henny Penny is only Angel maybe, because the font is quite small here. Okay. The hen and the golden egg, yes. I think from our junior high school, we are already familiar with this. Yeah. But I'm not sure. This one, I think, yeah, maybe from Indonesia too, or other countries. The proud hen, yes, the proud hen also. Okay, thank you for your participation. I think you are quite familiar with many titles of fables, even though you are just cute with one word, hen, yeah? Okay. It's nice to know that. Now let's continue with our lesson today, still with the fable. Okay, I'll just like to remind you about this, that in narrative writing, there are so many elements that we need to remember. Okay, the first one is the character. Without the character, the story will not run. Okay, of course we need characters, but in fact, in fables, the characters are
Animals.
animals. Yes, the characters are animals, and then the theme can be varied. Yeah, and there must be a dialogue. See, the dialogue makes the story more beautiful. It's more imaginative to the reader's mind, right? And then plot, the sequence of the events, and then the setting and the problem, yeah. Problem must exist in narrative writing. Okay. So remember what I say. When there is no problem in a text, then it is not a Narrative.
Narrative.
Then what is it?
Like, yeah, argumentative.
Argumentative. It's just a recount. Yes, it's just a recount. But specifically, if we say in a certain types of text, it is a description. Description. So if you describe someone's personality, you don't have to talk about their life problem, right? It's just about the personality. It's just about the physical appearance. So there's no problem with about their appearance. You just describe it. Okay. So in narrative, we have problem, and we also have the moral lesson. Okay. And now we move to the fable. Here I already prepare some of fables. You see it here, the monkey and the crab. Okay, the monkey and the crab, and the little red hen. Okay, so there are two fables that I already prepared for you, and I want you to read it with your friends, with your partner. Okay, after that you answer the questions from the worksheet that I already prepared here. One group will only need to fill in one worksheet. So you have to discuss with your friends. Okay. Later, I will ask the reasons why you write your answer as the way you do. Okay. I'll have to distribute this paper. Sophia, Ashley. Okay. And then this is the text. Please distribute this to your friend at the back. Okay. And one more story. The story paper. Yeah. You got it already?
Yes.
Okay. Please discuss it with your group. I think I give you time around 7 minutes enough because the text is quite short. Okay, take your time. In case you have something to ask, then you can ask me.
Okay.
In case there is any confusing words that you need to clarify. Finish, Angel's group? Is it difficult? Understanding the story maybe is not difficult, but expressing the moral lesson maybe it needs logic and perspective as well. Okay, 20 seconds left. Okay, time's up. Let's share what we've got. Okay, let's check. So there are two texts here, two fables. See, what do you think about the text? Is it difficult or not?
No,
Not difficult.
it's understandable.
It's easy to understand, right? But what makes it quite long for us to finish the worksheet?
Thinking about the main conflict and then the moral lessons.
Oh, okay. Thinking about the moral lesson
Yeah.
and also the main conflict, since there are so many conflicts inside,
Yes.
and to decide one main conflict, it needs discussion. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's see. Let's answer it together. Okay. The first text it's about the monkey and the crab, right? Who can retell the story in a brief way? Ada yang bisa menceritakan ulang in case your friends misunderstand the content of the story? Ada yang bisa ceritakan secara singkat? Maybe you need to put on your microphone. Okay, take your time.
So there's a monkey and a crab, and they met in a pack. The monkey held what was it again? A permission seed. While the crab had a rice ball. They made a trade, and the monkey said that if you trade with me, you can plant this seed and grow to a big tree, and you'll have more fruits.
Okay.
The crab agreed, but when the tree finally grew, the crab couldn't reach it because he couldn't climb the tree. So he asked the monkey for help to climb and grab the fruit. But the monkey didn't throw it to the crab and just didn't want to share it with the crab. So the crab told his friend the rice model, the chestnut, and the bee. So when the monkey came to the crab's house once again, all of the crab's friends attacked him.
Okay. All of the crab's friends attack. Okay. Now before we move to the moral lessons of the story, let's identify the characters. Who are the characters inside this text?
The monkey,
Monkey.
the crab, the rice model, the chestnut, the bee.
Okay. How many characters overall? Five. Okay. All right. So there are five characters here. And the main conflict, is it difficult for you to identify?
Main conflict, no.
According to Ashley's group, what is the main conflict?
The main conflict in the first story, the monkey and the crab, is that the monkey didn't want to share the persimmons with the crab.
Okay, thank you for your participation. Other groups, please. Maybe you need to pass the microphone to Slim. Yes.
The main conflict is when the monkey tricks the crab to get what he wants.
Okay.
But in the end, he doesn't want to share it with his friend, with who already helped him, and he got the injured, and he injured the crabness.
Okay. So the main problem for the text one is okay. So yes, that's right. There are so many problems there, but to decide one problem, the main one, it's quite difficult. Okay. So I get your point, Slim. It is about deceiving, that the monkey deceived the crab. Okay. Who else? Who agree with Slim's group and who agrees with Ashley's group? Because they have different perspective. All of you agree with both groups? Then you cannot decide one. Need to decide one. Okay. Ashley's group. Could you please repeat it once again, Ashley? What's the problem? They don't want to share. They don't want to share. Isn't it right?
Yes,
What they
miss.
the monkey.
The monkey.
Yes, the monkey
The
does
monkey.
not didn't want to share. Okay, the monkey didn't want to share. The monkey did not want to share. Okay, it's also the problem. According to Slim's group, it's about deceiving, yeah. Yeah, the monkey deceived the crab. Okay. Actually, this sentence revealed similar thing. Actually, it is because the monkey wanted to trick the crab for the sake of his own goodness. Ya kan? Nah, deceive leads to didn't want to share. So it's just the same. Both are okay. Both of the sentences are okay. Okay. Now you get the main problem. Okay. Whether you want to use the first sentence or the second sentence are okay. But now we move to the resolution. Here is the problem. Then we need to resolution. What is the resolution?
Solution to the problem.
Yes, resolution to the problem. Other groups can also participate. If not, whoever. Yes, Cipto.
For our group, maybe the resolution is the crab's friends attacking the monkey. So they give the moral lesson to the monkeys. Maybe.
The crab's friends attack the monkey.
Yeah, so the monkey never bothering the crabs again.
Okay. Okay. The crab's friends, okay? Yes. Anybody who has different idea with Cipto's group? No? All you have in the same idea? All right, okay. Now we have finished identifying the main problem and then also the resolution. Then we come up with the moral lessons. That's the way we identify or try to formulate the moral lesson. Try to find the main problem first, find the resolution, then we find the moral lesson. Otherwise, our mind can go here and there to find the moral lesson. Okay, so that's the step. Okay, the moral lesson for the first text is, what is the moral lesson? How will you formulate it? Yes, Angel?
So our group thinks that the moral lesson is those who act greedy and unfair will face big consequences.
That's right. Those who are greedy, okay, greedy person, let's say it's person, okay, just pretend it is a person. Greedy person will
Face their
Face.
consequences.
face,
Their consequences.
okay, their consequences. That's right. And the consequences must be bad, right?
Yes.
Because they do something bad and they will get something bad too. Okay, that's the moral lesson for the first text. Okay, thank you, Angel. Now we move to text 2. Okay, so we studied the first text and then we move to the second text. I don't think that my whiteboard can write everything here. It's okay, we just make it oral. Text 2, the little red hen. What is the main problem? Yes, Cipto?
So the main problem in the text too,
Yes.
it's about a red hen
Yes.
who wanted to make a bread, but the hen's friends didn't want to help the hen make or didn't want to help the hen preparing the ingredients to make a bread. So when all the ingredients are ready, and then the friends only need the result of the product, which is the bread. So from that, the hen gives the lesson for them. Don't be greedy. I mean, like they didn't want to help, but they want the result of the bread.
Okay.
So maybe that's about the text to the main conflict. So we make the main conflict is the duck, the cat, and the dog didn't want to help the hen making the bread.
Oh, okay. Let's make it shorter. Okay. If I formulate the sentence like this, the hen asked for help, but the other animals didn't want to help. Refuse. Let's say it's refused. Is it acceptable for your ideas?
Yes.
Okay. That's the main conflict. Now we move to the the resolution. What is the resolution? Other groups, please. This one has been so noisy. Wow. I think we should give the chance to Jillian. Resolution.
So the resolution part is when the bread is being baked and he or she didn't want to share it to his friends because they didn't help at all.
Okay. So it is the hen's turn to refuse.
Yes.
Okay. Refuse sharing, yeah. The hen refused to share bread. Okay. All right. In case you disagree with this idea, you can just interrupt. Yes. Okay. Now, after finding the main conflict, finding the resolution, then what else? Finding the moral lesson. See, what is the moral lesson? Oh, we give the chance to Nadia. Moral lesson from the text too.
From our group, I think it's if you don't help or participate in the work or the process, then you don't deserve to get the reward.
Try to make it shorter, brief. How will we say it in a quite brief sentence? Good. Could you please repeat, Angel? Rewards, yeah. Rewards only goes to the one who gives effort. Oh, not give, I think. Put effort. Okay. Okay, that's the moral lessons. So from these two texts, we identify two different moral lessons too. Okay. It is about friendship. If I say it's about friendship, will you agree with me or not?
Yes.
It's about friendship, even though they are not really a good friend, but it's about the relationship among friends, right? It's about friendship. And it's also about effort. How much effort you put to do something will result something too. It depends on how much effort you put on that work, right? And it's also about selfishness. And at the same time, it's also about fairness. Yes, it's about fairness, right? You work on it, it will do good return to you, right? It's about fairness. Okay. Now we have read two texts. We should be able to imply the culture underlying these two texts. In text 1, the title is about the monkey and the crab. What culture value highlighted in text 1? Yes, it's originally from Japanese. I mean, what culture? What culture means what kind of point of view? Asia. Okay, yes, that's right, it's Asia. But here it is about collectivism. Collectivism, maybe you will find that word later in social linguistics. It's about working together to give a reference, even when we want to give a reference to a group, we work together. Just like the first text, see, the crab's friends attack the monkey. That is the value underlying the story. So a fable is created with the culture of the author itself. So if the fable is originated from Japan, the storyline, or how the characters interacted with one another will likely will be taken from the culture of the writers themselves. So because this is from Japan, and we know that Japan is from Asia, Asia is a collective culture, then the writer tried to make it as much as possible to be similar to Asian culture too. The characters, the way they interact, the crab's friends, they work together to attack the monkey. See, that is the cultural value. Okay. Meanwhile, in text 2, what culture highlighted that you can reveal from the story? Kira-kira budaya apa itu ya? Betul tuh, yang pertama dari Jepang, yang teks kedua itu dari mana ya? Maybe Western, but we cannot decide certain country. Western, most likely Western. The title is The Little Red Hen, right? Satu ayam ini dia mau kerja sendiri ya. Dia minta tolong tapi nggak ada yang nolongin. Pada akhirnya dia kerja sendiri. That's the storyline. See? Culture yang dibangun dari cerita yang kedua adalah individualism. Individualism is a contrary to collectivism. So for Western culture, because it is from Western country, individualism means that if nobody wants to help you, it's okay. You work for yourself. You go for what you want. But it also means that if you don't work, you don't get money. So don't expect somebody will take pity on you and just give you some money or food for you to eat. Nobody will feed you. individualism, the culture of Western country. That's why we always or visually hear the phrase like time is money. They don't like wasting time. The hen do not waste her time to wait for the helps from other people, from other friends. They just go with their effort. That's what the hen did in the story. So remember, when you read a fable, try to make an inferences from the culture, from the story. Oh, what culture underlying this story? Why did the story go like this? There's always a story underlying the fables. Okay, thank you for your participation, and I hope next week we will find many more fables and it becomes your assignment. Please find stories from Africa and Latin America. America Latin is a different phenomena, not exactly the same as Western country. They are more likely like a Eastern country too. Okay, so it's a unique one. Please find it and make the same identification like this. But before that, is there any questions from you, or did you learn something from our lesson today? Yes. Okay, but I need at least one student telling me what have you got from this lesson. The microphone is with you, Cipto.
Maybe we learned something good for today's lesson. We know how to make moral lesson.
Yes.
So we first we have to analyze the main problem first, and then find the resolution, and then with that too, we can make the moral lesson.
Yes. At least today we know that finding the moral lessons, we have to go through finding the main conflict resolution and then the moral lessons. But about finding the culture itself, it needs more interpretation about the interaction among the characters. Okay? I think that's all for today. Thank you for your participation. Don't forget to read the references and the assignment that I assigned you today. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, May.
Thank you.